There.
Did Akira Toriyama have anything to say about the reversion of Dragonball?
I have no idea. I have no idea. Never met him.
I don't think he really exists. I'm kidding. Yes.
Well, I have a question about, you mentioned earlier something about screaming and using your voice to its fullest extent. Like, I'm an opera major,
Okay.
so I kind of know what that feels like
Yeah.
to be borderline, but I've never actually gone too far.
Avoid it.
Yeah,
Avoid
I
doing
do,
it.
trust me. But what I was curious about is what's your healing process?
Well, the weird thing is I'm also a smoker.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah, oh yes, no, I'm a smoker. But literally, when half of the characters you play sound like this, really being a smoker doesn't really. Now, that's why I don't play a lot of young kids. But I've actually got a home remedy that was given to me by someone from Houston Grand Opera when I was directing theater, because I was having actors that were getting sick, and working in theater, you can sometimes work in not great conditions. There's a remedy if you are having vocal problems, if your voice is completely trashed. There's a remedy that you can use. And I got it from someone from HGO who actually got it from a throat doctor in Houston. Cup of orange juice, tablespoon of Bragg's all-natural apple cider vinegar. You can get it at like Whole Foods stores, things like that. Just a tablespoon. Tablespoon of localized honey from somewhere local. Mix it up, drink it down. Do it as often as you can a day. Not like back to back, because the orange juice, the acidity is not great. But as often as you can drink it. And I've gone from a voice like this some days to coming in the next day sounding like this. It really is an absolute miracle cure. I will tell you right now, there is a caveat that I always give with giving this recipe out, and that is, there is a reason that the people at Houston Grand Opera call it fart juice. Because of the apple cider vinegar, it gives you absolutely insane gas. So you do that, and you take some vino or something like that. But I will tell you what, that is the best remedy. I've had once somebody at ADV, one of the directors of ADV, called me up and said, "Chris, what is the miracle cure for voices? I've got an actor who's sick. I'm sending him home. I'm telling him to get this because we've got to finish this show. They've got to record tomorrow." And I said, "Oh, da 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 da." Actress came in the next day, fine. So, but also with that, rest helps.
Yeah.
Keeping hydrated helps. Taking care of yourself.
There's a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And everybody has a different little remedy.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of different things that work for me. Weird one for me, Mexican food.
Really?
Strangely enough, there's something about all the jalapenos will open up your sinuses, and that flushes everything down your throat, which grabs all the junk and pushes it down. And then the cheese and the dairy stuff that's in there coats your throat.
Yeah.
So it helps, and I think that's more of a soothing effect than anything. But the other thing that I do is Singer Saving Grace.
Oh yeah, it's great stuff.
You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Go to Whole Foods and just ask them for Singer Saving Grace.
Yes.
It's expensive. It's like,
Yeah.
it can be anywhere, depending on which Whole Foods
Yeah.
you go to,
Yeah.
from $12 to $20 a bottle. It's about this big.
Yep.
It's a spray. Get the professional strength.
Yes.
And then spray it on your throat as often as you can. Not more often than it says on the bottle. Before you sing and after you sing.
Yeah.
Before you perform and after
Yeah.
you perform.
The one thing I will steer you clear of, I have a friend that was an opera singer in Virginia and lost his career from using, oh God, I don't use it, so I don't know the name of it. It's the thing that numbs. Chloroseptic. Not chloroseptic? Is that what it is? Because all that does is numb your cords so you don't feel the pain. You feel pain in your cords for a reason. It's just like you feel pain in your body for a reason.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, and he completely trashed his throat out beyond repair. And so now he's got a voice about like this. And he used to be a laryngetic. Yeah, and completely, yeah. Yeah, now he sounds like me on a bad day. But yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah. Who else?
What is the
Yes,
difference
you.
between Dragon Ball Z Kai and the original Dragon Ball Z?
The difference?
Yeah.
Length.
Yeah.
No, do you know, and this was interesting, because Sabat explained this to me. Do you know why Dragon Ball was so long? I was talking to somebody outside, they said, you gotta make money. Do you know why Dragon Ball was so long? Why the series was so long?
I think it was padding to make sure that the anime didn't overtake the manga.
Actually, you're right, the anime was getting dangerously close to going past the manga. They were cranking it out so fast that it was getting past the manga. Well, how do you continue the story on if you're past the manga? So they started doing all this side episodes and stuff that was, just some of the random, strangest stuff.
Yeah, weird.
To fill the time while the mangaka was creating.
Snake Road took way too long.
Well, and that's why you have 2-episode power-ups and
Yeah.
things like that. Well, what Kai has done is Kai has taken the entire Dragon Ball Z saga and cut out the filler. I mean, in the original Dragon Ball, Frieza comes in like episode 8.
Yeah.
In Dragon Ball Z Kai, I come in episode 23.
Okay.
So that tells you we are almost to the end of the Frieza saga, and I think I've got like 15 more episodes-ish. We just finished recording episode 42. Okay, so the Frieza saga will be over by mid-50s to early 60s. That's how condensed and tight the storytelling is. So, at least that was the way it was explained to me.
Who is doing Boo, do you know?
Who is doing, what do you mean?
Boo,
I have no idea.
Boo?
yeah,
I
Boo.
would guess.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Honestly. Honestly, I have no idea. In fact, until you said Boo just then, I hadn't even thought about that character in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, dear.
Do you lose much of like the story, do you think, at all, or is it just all stuff that you don't really
Most of the
need
stuff
at
that has
all?
been cut out from what Chris has said has been filler.
Okay.
You don't have dun dun dun, we're gonna fight. Dun dun dun, yes we are. Dun dun dun, I'm staring at you. Dun dun dun, I'm staring at you. Dun dun dun, I'm still staring. It goes on for like 3 episodes. You don't have that. It's like
Awesome.
staring, we're gonna fight. Staring, yes we are. Boom! So it actually makes things happen. Yes.
Just curious, what do you think of the fan parody?
The fan parody? I really haven't watched much of them. I've not seen much of them. And I tend to stay away from online the forums and stuff like that. And if I see there's been a parody, because and that's why I'm sometimes weird when somebody comes up and gives me a compliment. I thank them, and I'm glad that something that I've done means a lot to them. But if I get excited about a good review or something like that, then I'm obligated to feel bad about a bad review. And here's my thing, and this, I don't know if it sounds arrogant or what, but my biggest concern is making sure the director has what they want. And so that's why I tend to stay away from any sort of parodies and stuff like that. Not because I don't enjoy them. I love comedy and I love a good parody. But for right now, while I'm working, maybe after I'm done, I will check some of them out. I've heard there's some really funny stuff out there.
I watched one of the parody episodes, and it was really funny.
Cool.
And they did the voices pretty well. I mean, not as well as we don't. Because if they did, we'd be out of a job.
Speaking of us doing this,
Hell with that.
did you hear about the we're now on CW?
No.
That Kai is now running on CW,
Okay, good.
which is cool. Glad.
That's
More
great.
people watching.
Awesome.
Because I don't have any tunes, so now I'm
Oh,
going to
okay.
see it.
Cool.
So, and we've had to do, and we should probably talk about this, or I don't know, maybe I shouldn't hit it yet.
What?
We have Y7 dialect.
Oh,
There
yeah.
is stuff that we have to record for television that will not be on the DVD release. Like, for instance, yeah, this makes it easy on Frieza. I can't use the words kill, death, murder, or destroy.
What's the other? There were some weird ones that you couldn't use.
Well, my favorite line that we have come up with so far, if you're familiar with the show, they're going to see the Grand Namekian, the creator of the Dragon Balls, And Frieza blows a hole in the roof and floats up, and it was 2 flaps. And it was scripted as, well, sir, Mom. And Seven goes, I got an idea. Try that. So now Frieza floats up, floats up, floats up. And of course, if you've seen the show, the Grand Namek, is, you know, jumping on the sides. And Frieza goes, hey, Fats. And calls him Fats. Which is very Frieza. It's arrogant, it's condescending, it's rude. And we howled, screamed, laughing, and we love it, so we're gonna keep it. So I come back a little later and Seven goes, you're not gonna believe this. We just heard from the people at Nicktoons. And technically, calling someone Fats is offensive to people who are overweight. So that will not make it in the televised version, but it will be on the DVD. So every now and again, it's something strange like that. I just want to know some of the violence. We were talking about that when Frieza steps on Krillin's head.
Yeah.
It's like, how are you, because that is considered, I'm trying to remember what it is, imitatable behavior. That's something, I mean, one child can't throw a Kamehameha at someone, you just can't do it. But you certainly can throw someone down and step on their head, which would kill a child. And so that's why a lot of those things have to be edited out. Apparently, even more is that they're having to make even more changes for CW. But we're not doing the covers. They're trying to find voice matches for us in New York to do a lot of that. I think a lot of it's going to be Sean, which is cool. I like Sean, so.
So
I know, and that's just something that I heard. I do not know that that is fact or gospel. I heard that as rumors, so, but I do know we are going to be on CW.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, I do too.
So they would redub the dub to put it on a different channel?
Redub the redub.
Well, it's not that they're going to redub the redub. It's they're literally going to replace certain words.
Just certain, oh my gosh, like in an edited version where they take out an F-bomb and put in fruit, and you can tell it's
like
a totally
watching a
different
Kevin
person?
Smith film that's airing on television.
What they're gonna do is they're going to redub the redubbed, re-edited, re-edit.
Exactly.
Did I get that right?
I think yeah.
Oh my god!
That poor show.
That makes total sense.
Oh,
Okay, so you don't like the good students or the bad students? Because you come in like an hour and 20 minutes late, but you sit on the front row.
Yeah.
We're the awesome.
Okay, cool.